Hi, everybody. What does it mean to be human? Talk about this in a moment. Hi, this is Avrohom Czapnik from the Jewish Learning Exchange. I hope you and yours are well. We keep on praying for the safety and recovery of all those that were injured and hurt from all the wars. And this week's Torah portion is Parshat Acharei Mot and Kedoshim. What does it mean to be human? Well, the Webster's Dictionary, to paraphrase a little bit, says an individual of the species of primate mammal that walks on 2 feet is related to the great apes and is distinguished by a greatly developed brain with the capacity for speech and abstract reasoning. That's not the Jewish definition on many levels. Rabbi Shimshon Pinchas of blessed memory, he said an individual with the potential to be close to God. And I'd like to tweak that a little bit. It's an individual who has the potential to be holy. So Parshat Acharei Mot deals with a lot of the service on Yom Kippur, on the Day of Atonement. We actually read parts of it on the Day of Atonement, on Yom Kippur. And one of the rules that we have about the Day of Atonement is the following idea. There are different types of commandments. There's the commandments of things that we're supposed to and not do between man and God and between man and fellow man. Hence the 10 Commandments, the 2 tablets. One is man and God, one is man and man. But when I want to do teshuvah, when I want to repent for mistakes that I made, I can go to God right away with sins of commission or omission that I did for God's commandments related to my service to God. But when it comes to going to God for any sins I did to another person, God says, no, don't come to me first. Go first, fix, ask forgiveness for the other person, and then you can come to me to try to get atonement. So that's something, a little important lesson in Parshat Acharei Mot. And Parshat Kedoshim begins with the powerful statement, be holy, because I am your God, and because I am holy and I am your God. So I'd like to share a story that exemplifies a lot of these ideas and some of the ideas we've been talking about the past few weeks as well. There was a couple living in Jerusalem at the beginning of the 1900s. They were married for several years, didn't have any children. And laundry was not like it is today, where you just, put stuff into the washer. They had to wash the laundry by hand and then take it outside and put it on the clothesline to dry. And that's what this woman did. And another woman who must have been in some mood or something, whatever, she walked into the place there and she saw the laundry there and she bumped into it, got caught in it. She got very upset and she went and took scissors and cut the line and all the laundry fell down into the dirt. And she angrily just left. And the first woman who had put up the laundry to dry, came out to see if it was dry, and she looked at it and said, oh, and tears welled up in her eyes. I have to start the wash all over again to wash my hand. She gathered all the stuff, but she decided not to tell her husband what happened. She didn't want him to be upset for her sake, and she didn't want him to ask who did it. She decided not to say anything. And she went and started the process all over again. But meanwhile, in the other woman's house, that night, things were not good. The son came down with a very strong fever, and he was very ill. And the mother quickly called the doctor, and the husband went to a great rabbi, the rabbi of Jerusalem, Rabbi Yosef Chaim Sonnenfeld, and asked him for a blessing that the child should get better. And she said, and he asked her, did anything happen today? And he says, well, I don't know. Let me go ask my wife. He went back to his wife. The wife told him the story, and they went back to Rabbi Yosef Chaim, and Rabbi Yosef Chaim heard the story. He was very upset. He said, we have to go ask forgiveness from her right now. And he put on the coat, and he went. He didn't say, take 2 aspirins and call me in the morning. He went with them to the lady, knocked on the door, and the woman told the mother, the woman told the woman who had done the laundry, she said, my son is sick, and I'm very sorry at what I did today. I was wrong, and I ask your forgiveness. And the woman said, I forgive you with a full heart. May he have a full and speedy recovery. And her husband, the woman who did the laundry, his husband was bewildered. Like, what's going on here? I don't know what happened here. Rabbi Chaim Sonnenfeld comes to the house, and this woman's asking forgiveness. What did she do? And she's forgiving her. And Rabbi Yosef Chaim says, you didn't know what happened? Your wife didn't pour her heart out to you to tell you? Says, no, it didn't tell me anything. Well, if that's the case, I bless you that next year you should have a boy. And that's what happened. Holiness is something that, and that boy, by the way, grew up to be Rabbi Eliashiv, one of the greatest Jewish law authorities in the 20th century in Israel. Holiness is something we can strive for because we have part of God within us, and we can strive for holiness. The woman admitted what she did wrong. The rabbi ran to try to fix the situation. And in fact, the child did get better. And the woman didn't tell her husband and kept it in, not to make him upset and not to have to come to speaking ill about anybody else. And they were blessed with a very special child. May we realize that we have the ability to correct our mistakes, and we have the ability to attempt to be human from a Jewish perspective, to be close to God, and to become holy by doing holy things. Have a wonderful Shabbos. All the best.